important. At the moment of creation, a divine essence became part of all living beings everywhere. Tune your mind to that supreme divine consciousness that is within and all around us. Fix your mind on that alone. Rest your thoughts in that alone. And in that you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even more powerful, more significant, and even better than meditation, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine obligation. Do it for the well-being of all. Do it simply because it must be done. So let's do the mantra for purification to purify this space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know the mantra, just channel the guru. Imagine a guru is chanting through you. You derive all the benefits as though you were chanting it perfectly. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smritantrikaksham sabahya bhyantraha sajihi. So let's just do the seed mantras, starting at the, stepping through all the chakras that are situated along the central psychic channel. So imagine you're opening up the gates so that the energy can eventually flood all the way up to the crown. It is said that when it reaches the crown, you may experience divine bliss. But that path can only be possible if we're fully established in Yama and Niyama, the ethical rules. So always keep that first and foremost in mind. Starting at the base chakra, the root chakra, Muladhara. The color there is red. Fix your attention there. Repeat the 2 sets of tones after me. Lam, 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 lam. Go ahead. Lam, 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 lam. Next, at the Svadhisthana chakra, at Jasulbhavat, in the sacral area, the color is orange. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Next, the navel chakra, Manipura. The color there is yellow. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, 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 rum. Next, Anahata, the heart, color green. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. The base of throat, Vishuddha, the color there, blue. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Third eye chakra, Agnya, the color there is indigo. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 om. Finally, the crown. The color is violet, Sahasrara. Doing long sustained Om. So do it long and loud and clear. Share the vibrations with all beings everywhere. One more time. Make it reach the end of the earth. It's said that the Om contains all the sounds and colors and the vibrations of the universe, and it represents the infiniteness of God, which is our true nature. So may we always be blessed with the infinite potential, or know that we are that, the infinite potential, the infinite love, the infinite compassion. And let's put that into practice, in our practice always, and in our day-to-day lives. So with that note, let's begin. So we're going to do some warm-ups of the wheel. I want to imagine that the wheel is an extension of the body. So just try to keep that in mind as you're doing the practice. So you can just sit comfortably on your heels. Take the wheel, place it on the right shoulder, and push it against the right side of the head. And then just use the wheel to tilt the head to the left. Drop the shoulders down. And then from here, roll the wheel all the way out to the wrist. If it's too much, you can keep it closer to the shoulder. Okay, but if you can, all the way out to the wrist, turn to your right, come back to the center, go all the way to your left, come back to the center. Bring the left hand to the wheel and bring it all the way up over your head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop your the wheel down onto your left shoulder and push it against the left side of the head now. Try to get as much of the neck in contact with the wheel, and now lean towards the right. Drop the right shoulder down. Just use the wheel to push into the side of the head. And then come back, roll it out all the way to the wrist if you can. Arms out, and then turn to your left. Come back to the center and go all the way to the right. Come back, bring your right hand to the wheel, bring it up over the head. So from here, just bring the wheel into your, we're going to bring it, work the shoulders here. So we're going to take the wheel underneath the wheel and then bring it behind the head. And just walk the hand up the wheel, push it down the back, and see if you can take the other hand to the wheel. The thumb inside the wheel and push it into the back of the heart. Now here, just tip your head back, press the back head into the wheel, and lean back. If you have more flexible, you can move you can just try to move your hand along the wheel. Just try to get your elbow up a little bit higher. Lean back, push the back of the body into the wheel. Then come up. See if you can go forward now. Your head on the ground, top head on the ground, and lift your seat. Be careful of your shoulders here. If it's too much, adjust as you need to. And come all the way back up. Good. And from here, switch your hands. Bring the right hand now up top, and your left hand comes to the bottom of the wheel. Hook the thumb inside the wheel. Again, keep the elbow close to the body, the shoulder close to the body. Lean back. Push the wheel into the back of the heart. Open up the throat, open up the heart. And you can again walk your hands. Experiment by sliding your hand up and down the wheel. See where you can get the nice stretch through the underarm and the shoulder. And now we're going to come forward, tip down, the forehead comes to the ground, and lift your seat up. Try to get your seat up as high as possible. Push the back of the heart, the upper back into the wheel. And then come all the way back up. Good. Now from here, take the wheel out in front. Take hands to the wheel like this. Hold the edge of the wheel. So from here, inhale, push the wheel all the way out, away from you. Exhale, bring the wheel back. Actually, you might need to come a little bit higher on the wheel, up on the knees. Inhale, pull the wheel all the way up as high as you can go. Exhale, drop your wheel down. Inhale, lift the chest, allow it to go back. The arms come up. Exhale, the wheel comes back. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Push it out, hold it there. Push your chest forward. And exhale back. Good. Now bring the wheel in front. Take your hands to the wheel, your seat over your knees, and walk your wheel all the way out. And just allow your head to fall down towards the ground. So stretch the back and push the wheel back and forth. Try to get a little bit open in the shoulders. Try to get your chest close to the ground. Good. And then from here, roll the wheel back. So now I'm going to try to balance on a wheel. So you're going to place your wheel just underneath your belly. And from here, just walk out a little bit. You might need to play with the position of the wheel a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to come forward, fingertips on the ground, raise the left leg up. Take hold of the foot and pull the foot up. Push the foot away from you and see if you can take the right leg up as well. Try it on the other side now. Press the left fingertips down, really pushing with your toes of your left foot on the ground. As you take the right leg up, hold the foot. And from here, see if you can float your left leg up off the ground as well. With the toes. And break the pose. Release the right hand. From here, bring the heels up toward the toes up towards your head. So like you're doing a king cobra. So point the toes, lift the chest. And extend the legs. Inhale again, press into your fingertips, lift your chest. You can get your toes towards your head. And release. Bring your feet down. From here, roll back into child's pose. Just allow your chin to rest on your, that's sort of the child's pose, the supported child's pose. Just allow your chin to rest on the wheel. Conform the body to the shape of the wheel. Now from here, we're going to roll it back out, roll yourself back out to straight position. You're going to try to balance on the wheel. So pull the wheel sort of right into your belly. Imagine the sides of the body are hugging the wheel. Okay, so you're going to try to balance on the wheel. Come forward. Lift the toes. Bring your hands out. And see if you take your arms out. Balance on the wheel. To find that sweet spot where you can find a balance. That's it. Beautiful, that's it. Engage your glutes. Not so easy, eh? Good. All right. That's it. Okay. So here, we're going to do another one. Sit on the wheel. Like so, yeah. So the wheel is like this. So you're sitting on the wheel. You have to sit sort of near the front edge of the wheel. You're going to come, see if you can bring your feet up like you're doing a boat pose. So bring your knees up. One knee, hold the back to your knees. And then bring it in. Yeah. That's okay. Hold your breath as you try and bring your knees up. That's it. Good. All right. You can always use a block if you have a block to support the wheel. Okay, so to keep it from going all over the place. So this is always a good aid to just try to, if you're just starting out, you can use the block to support the wheel. Okay, so that's also for your students too. If they're struggling, that's the thing that you can do. Okay. So now let's start to roll the body a little bit on the wheel. Come to one edge of the bring your legs come into to the right side of the mat, the far right side of the mat. Come to Gomukhasana. So your left leg is on top. Bring the wheel right against the left side of the body. Reach the left arm out and pull the right arm over the head. So use the left elbow to push the wheel against the body so it stays anchored in place. Good. And then you can bring your left hand up to your right wrist and pull on the right arm. And now from here, we're going to start to roll. So we're going to start to push off your right foot and then just kind of go move the wheel along the left side of the body, right to the bottom of the hip and right into the armpit. Then from here, we're going to stay with the wheel, hugging just underneath the rib cage, kind of centered, kind of cushioned inside, like then underneath the bottom rib cage to like the mid hip. So from here, we're going to do a ballet pose. So press the left foot down, take the right foot up by the heel, and bring the leg up. Try to get your fingers out a little bit further out. Good. Then from here, float the right leg down. And then here we're going to roll a little bit more so you're on the elbow. And again, just place the wheel, maybe take position the wheel. See if you can lift your both legs up off the ground and bring the right arm over your head. That's it. Lean into the elbow, lean into the wheel so you can take your both legs up. That's it. Good. Nice. Okay. It's all good for obtaining core stability. So come to the left edge of the mat. We'll repeat the whole thing over again. So the right leg over top the left. Gomukhasana. Push the wheel right against your right hip and stretch the right arm. Just bring the wheel underneath your arm. The right arm goes out, left arm goes over your head. Push your wheel into the body using the right arm. And then you can take the wrist, the left hand, use your right hand to bring it up to the wrist and pull. Then from here, release and start to glide. So roll the wheel along the right side of the body, using the feet and the arm to propel. Then from here, again, place the wheel so it's underneath, just
this cushion between the bottom of the rib cage and the hip, ballet pose. Stretch your right fingers out, push into the fingertips, bring your left heel, hold your left heel by the inside into ballet pose. Hold. Release the leg and roll a little bit further so you're on your elbow. So you can lift your right leg up off the ground so both feet are together. And then from here, bring your left arm over your head. Good. Right. Break the pose. So now from here, we're going to come onto the wheel. Let's see it. So I like to hold the wheel like this. I'm going to do like purple tanasana. Again, you can always bring the wheel against the wall or separate with the block if you're trying to build your strength, and then push into the feet, lift your hips up, and drop your hip back down and lift up like this. Yes, you can do this against the wall or with a block securing in place, or if you feel like you can, press hold the edge of the wheel and lift your hips, drop it back down. Inhale, lift, lower. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, up and down. And then hold. The fifth one, lift the chest as high as you can. Lift the heart. And lower the seat back down. Bring your feet close to the wheel and then release. Okay. That's it. You can also place your feet against the wall. So there's lots of different modifications you can do. That's it. Push your hips right up, 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 up. There you go. So you can get your legs straight. Roll the thighs towards one another. Press into your inner side. So just, press your thighs together. There you go. Good. Okay. Next one, same sort of idea. Coming into plank and then move. So as you're doing this, go into Vasisthasana. So each time you move your hands are holding a wheel like this, okay? And then when you switch sides, you slip your other hand right behind it, like that. So you just kind of lift your palm, you just working your hand that way, okay? So from here, we're going to come into, start off in plank, and then anchor your left hand in place like that, turn to the right, into plank, side plank, go back, push your hand against, use your right hand to switch. So again, feel free to use a block to anchor the wheel in place, especially if you are still building your strength. Come to side plank, and then switch. Just pivot on your feet and go to the other side. Maybe do it 3 times on each side. Really push the heels of your palms, really grip with your fingers. And back. And then last time. Good. And then back into plank. When you're done, and back into child's pose. Forehead on the ground, and just stretch your arms over, bring your hands onto the wheel. And then release. Good. Okay, so I'm coming back up. Moving a little bit further now with the variations of Vasisthasana. So you start off the same way. Place your left hand in place, turn to your left. So you can take the right heel up. If you need to, you can just lower your left knee down and do it from here. Okay, so again, modifications. Stay on the knee. Do more, if you're stronger, really push into your left foot, push into the wheel and raise your right leg up. Or you can just float the leg, you don't have to hold it. And then try it on the other side. It's really push and make sure your toes are facing the same line as your knee. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Good. All right, break the pose. Okay, so now we're going to do a few exercises for the hamstrings here. Let's see. Your left foot. So working first on heron pose. Pull your left leg back, your left foot beside your hip, starting with your wheel underneath your thigh. You just stretch your leg up. So from the side, it looks like this. Now this is probably pretty easy for you, so then you can move up, place your foot inside the wheel, and pull the wheel all the way up. You can even bring your chin into the wheel, depending on your height. Keep your lower back pressing in, your belly right against your thigh. If this is still too easy, you might be able to slip your arms right inside the wheel, lift the wheel, tilt the wheel up, and see if you can bring your head right inside the wheel. So your head is right beside your shin. Nice. Break the pose. From here, compass. So you bring the wheel underneath your right leg, open up your knees a little bit. Start with your right hand just in front of the wheel. Take hold of your, actually, let's see. Figure out how I did this. Trying to remember how I did this. So you can take your arm, press it against the, bring your arm on top of the wheel and bring your left leg up, take hold of the foot. From here, we're going to go into Visvamitrasana. So again, you can come up. You can keep your right leg on a wheel, lift up on the knee. So you can do it from a few different levels. You can start with your left knee on the ground. If you can take your left hand to the wheel and pull it out. If you have more strength, you can lift the back knee up off the ground. Full extension. Coming to this pose here. Okay. That's it. There you go. Good. You might need to slide your feet, separate your feet a little bit more so you can get the extension. There you go. That's it. Good. All right. Break the pose. Come back. And we'll do it on the other side now. So starting off with heron, with your right leg folded back, your left leg on top of the wheel. Just push the wheel against the back of the thigh to start. Move it as far as you can, right inside. And then from here, we're going to move the wheel. That's probably too easy. So you bring the wheel into your hands and you can even hook your chin inside the wheel. Try to bring your leg as close as possible to you. And if that's still not doing it, you take your arms inside the wheel, lift the wheel up, just tilt the wheel, edge the wheel up with your arms, your forearms, so you can slip your head inside the wheel, right beside your head. And then break the pose, bring the wheel back down. Now open up your legs again, getting ready for the compass pose. Open up your knees, bring your left leg onto the wheel. Actually, bring your left arm on the wheel, and then from here, your arms in front of your leg. See if you can take hold of the foot with your right hand to start. Getting ready for Visvamitrasana now. So take your arm in front of the wheel. Either come onto your knee and do it on your knee. You hold the foot here, like so. Or you walk your knee further out, lift the knee, come onto the foot, and come into Visvamitrasana from here. That's it. You have to extend your legs quite a bit. Spread out your feet. There you go. Beautiful. Nice. Amazing. Good. All right. Break the pose. Everybody doing okay? All right. So now we're going to try to balance on the wheel. So you're going to do Titibhasana. So we're going to, if you need to, I sometimes like to get a towel or something because it's a little bit hard on the hands. Okay, so you just give a little bit more padding. Okay, just like that. Or anything. So then from here, you bring your hands, you sit on your upper arms. And see if you lift your feet up. Beautiful, that's it. Lovely. You want, you can even try to do push-ups. That's a little bit harder on the wrists. You need a lot of padding for that. That's it. Heavy balance. That's it. Push your feet down. Good. All right. Awesome. So staying with the balancing now. I need to move it. So we're going to bring one foot in behind. So the foot is sort of diagonally across. The other foot comes in front. Okay, so then we just try to really push the edge of the front foot into the wheel and see if we can come. It's like that. Okay, so One foot is behind the wheel like that. The other foot just comes in front.
That's it. Hold your breath. Good idea with the blocks. So let me bring your seat up a little bit. Bring the wheel, the foot that's going behind is just sort of just on the top of the wheel. Press into your fingertips and place your other foot right in front of you. Feel this sort of, and then you have to hook your toes around the edge of the toes of the left foot around the wheel, and then hold your breath. Sometimes you have to roll a little bit. So again, here, feel free to use a block to anchor the wheel in place. So wedge the block inside, under, behind it, if you need to start. Okay, that's the idea. Good. That's it. Lift your shoulders up a little bit more. There you go. Really hold your breath. That's it. Good. Simple, Georgia. Good, Francesca. Awesome. That's it. Try it the other way now. Try with the other foot behind. That's it. Yeah, sometimes you have to place the position of the back foot. Sometimes on this, I found it a little bit easier actually to bring your foot a little bit. The foot is very shallow angle, so like the toes are towards the ground, and you're really pressing almost like the top of the ankle against the wheel as well on the back leg. That's it. That's it. Good. This is just practice. It comes with practice. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to one more balance one. You can sometimes, if you have a couch nearby, sometimes it's easier to place the wheel against the couch or something. Place your feet on the wheel and then see if you can come onto the wheel like that. Eventually you'll be able to stand up. So your feet are like a V shape. So your feet are like they're not like the toes are not in the same line as the wheel. Your feet are sort of like a V shape. So your heels are a little bit behind, your toes are forward. So turn lessen the angle. Yeah, that's it. Your feet are like a V. If they're too like you don't want to have them like your feet in the same line. Your heels, your feet are very much like this. That's it. Hug the toes to the wheel. That's it. Turn it the other way, Francesca. Faut tourner la roue comme ça, placer les pieds comme ça. Okay? That's it. Eventually, this will become if your feet are more like a V, it's going to be easier to balance. So eventually, you'll bring your hands in front, place one foot on a wheel, and then the other one. And then just sit back a little bit. I might roll a little bit. You just control with your feet. Okay, let's try it one more time. I think guys are better at this. I'm not sure why. I think they have bigger feet. Maybe that helps. Bring your heels a little bit behind the wheel, Helen. So the heels are not on the wheel. They're a little bit behind the wheel. So like they're not on the wheel at all. It's just like the toes are gripping the front of the wheel. The heels are like kind of floating behind. So the heels are not on the wheel. See if that helps. Sebo Georgia. Sebosa. Keep your seat low. And once you get on the wheel, that's it. Does that feel better? I think you're to one side, Mariana. One foot seems to be going a little bit low. Try to have a little bit more on top of that. Okay, good. All right. That's it. Bring your shoulders back a little bit. Squeeze like you're doing a squat. Press the elbows into the inside your thighs. And really press down. Grip your. That's it. That's it. That's it, Mariana. That's it. You're getting it. Bring your shoulders back a little bit more. You have to lower your. You have to just allow your seat to drop a little bit back a little bit. Okay. That's it. There you go. Once you get the right feet placement, it's not so hard. You just have to find that like where you spread your toes, you just kind of your feet should not be like this. Should be more like this. Okay? So that's it. Okay, we're gonna go on. A few more strengthening exercises. So we're going to come, sure you've done this one before. Place your feet on a wheel and then just roll it towards you. And then roll back. So control, keep your hips high, press with your toes, come back into plank. And then again, roll right up, push into your hands. Try to bring your wheel all the way up as close as you can. And do this maybe 3 to 5 times. And then flatten out. So try to control it so that you're always moving at the same speed. Rolling with your feet. That's it. Beautiful. Right up to your hands as close as possible. That's it. Beautiful, Georgia. Bring your hands a little bit closer, Francesca, so not the hands not so wide underneath your shoulders. Okay, that's it. Good. That's it. Okay, so the next progression to that is to use this to come into handstand. So hands underneath your shoulders, start again the same way. Roll your wheel all the way up close to you. Lift one leg up. If you feel comfortable, and with your handstands. Okay, so try not to push the wheel too much with your feet. Then you might be able to bring your feet right. Wheel's going crooked a little bit. That's another issue sometimes that you so try to keep it so the wheel doesn't kind of stray out to one side. You have to kind of eyeball it. So
is right centered between your hands. Bring it right up to your hands. As close as possible. Lift one leg up. Keep your legs bent. Come into your handstand. And maybe you can bring your foot back onto the wheel. But you don't have to, but just see if you can find a control. So you're really trying not to move the wheel at all. Once your foot takes off, don't try not to push the wheel so it goes somewhere else. So you can land your foot right back onto the wheel. Okay? Give that a try. Yeah, so it's that the closer you get your wheel to your body, your hands, that's it. Beautiful, Helen. Beautiful. Perfect. Yeah, and that's good. So yeah, it's always good. You can always do it like facing a wall, just like Georgia and Francesca are doing, so that if you don't feel comfortable coming to handstand holding it, you can bring one foot on a wall when you get there. Helen, that was really beautiful. Nice control. All right. Ready to lead that one? So another way to use this wheel is, I think you've seen this before with the head on the wheel. You can again place it against the wall, the wheel against the wall, your forehead on the wheel, your hands in tripod, and see if you can come up. Into your head eventually. If you want to let your elbow a little bit. So you want to do that against the wall, you can do it against the wall, but you don't necessarily, if you have a good handstand, you don't have to use a wall. You bring your hands, your forehead on the wheel. Okay, let it try. Beautiful. C'est beau, Georgia, c'est magnifique. Arrête-moi, Francesca, c'est beau. Good. Nice. Control, control. Slow descent. That's it. You can kind of alternate legs. Helen, I think you're doing that. But you can kind of scissors. One leg comes up, touches the wheel, back up, and then the other toes. So you just keep switching your legs up back and forth. That's a good exercise for control. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Yes. Or do you want, yeah, you can try that one too. Press into your hands really hard. There you go. That's it. I think, Helen, you'll be able to do it without the blocks too. I think you'll be able to do it without the blocks, like supporting the wheel. It's not as hard as you think. You can always have Mariana supporting you from behind, but it's not, you're not pushing the head too much into the wheel. Okay, so you press into your hands. It's actually not that bad at all. If you have a good handstand, it's really not that really hard. That's it. Just a little bit higher. There you go. That's it. See? Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go on now. Okay. Working on that. Actually, let's do balance poses first. Actually, you know what? Let's do a few sun salutations. Okay. There's some nice ways you can use a wheel in your sun salutations. That's it. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so let's come to the front of the mat. Wheel holding in front of your heart. So we're going to take a wheel all the way up. Hips forward. Hold your breath as you go back. And bring the wheel back. So dive your wheel down. Again, hips forward. Engage your buttocks. And come back. If you're more flexible, we're just doing this a few times. Okay, so raise your arms up. Open up your feet a little bit more if you like. And eventually go all the way back. But only if you have a good, if you can go back into that easy, then you can do that. But if you don't have that yet, then don't try it. Okay. So you have to press your hips forward, turn your feet out. The wheel is heavy, so you have to be careful. That's it. If you feel more comfortable, do it against the wall. That's it. Good. So bend your knees a little bit too. As you're going back, open up your feet a little bit more as you're starting. As it bend your arms quite a bit. Now, as the wheel goes behind your head, you want to bend the arms so it's not like when your arms are extended, the wheel's heavy is going to carry you a little bit more. It's going to, you might lose control. So as you're going back, you have to bend your arms. Okay, so it's a little bit, the wheel's close to the body and it's easier to control. Okay, so if you're trying to go back, you open up your feet a little bit more, bend your knees. As you go back, bend the arms. And it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. Good. Again, just you know, you can always do it against the wall. So if you have a wall, you would bring a wheel and then the wheel would hit the wall sort of thing, and then you might be able to come down. I haven't tried it, but it's an idea if you're kind of too if it's too scary to go back all the way, that's one way you can do it. Just like what Francesca's doing here and Georgia. That's it. Bend your knees a little bit more as you're going down. There you go. That's it. Hold your breath as you're going down. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get, but like you've got it. So you just bend your knees, you hold your breath, and you bend your arms. That's very important. Okay, so that you don't, the wheel doesn't like throw you back. There you go. That's it. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a leap of faith. There you go. Good. Now press into your feet. And that happens too. All right. Okay, so for the sun salutations, you don't have to go that all the way. You can just go back as far as you feel comfortable. That's it, Mariana. So if you feel uncomfortable, you can always get Helen to spot you when you're going down, okay? So that's always an idea. Like, so as she's going back, Helen, you can support by the hips or the waist so that she doesn't fall back. You know, the wheel doesn't take her over. So if you're still trying to get the balance there, then support one another. Okay? All right. Or do it against the wall, just like Georgia's doing. Like that's beautiful. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. Okay. That's it. All right. So let's do a couple of sun salutations, okay? That's it. There you go. The trick is if you're trying to come back up, not to wait too long. Otherwise you lose your momentum and then you lose it. So you have to sort of come down and press into your feet and come right back up. Otherwise you will you'll lose your balance and you'll get too tired to come back up. That's it, bend your elbows even. There you go. All right. You know what? I think we're going to work on just different drills instead of doing sun salutations. We can do sun salutations another time, okay? Because I think there's a lot of things we can do without the sun salutations. So we'll just work on other drills, okay? So next one. We're going to come on to the belly. Sorry. Let's bring the wheel behind your knees. So now your back's warmed up a little bit more. Bring your come down on your knees, bring your feet on the wheel. And see if you can come up. Okay, so then from here, you can see if you can take hold of the wheel. Actually, one hand on the wheel and one hand on the inside, one hand on the floor, one on the wheel. And you can see if you can come right down onto your back. Okay, so as you're coming down, come into it, you place your feet on the wheel, you press up. Stay with one hand on the ground and one hand, the thumb inside the wheel, and you're holding the feet on the wheel at the same time. So you can lower down. Okay, so the good stretch for the thighs. And then the butt to your back and your head can come onto the wheel. You might need to play with like just bring your wheel a little bit further away from you too. There you go, that's it. Okay. Beautiful, Georgia. That's it, Mariana. That's it. Open your knees a little bit more if you need to for balance. How was that? Okay. There you go. Yeah, you might to push your wheel a little bit further away from you, Mariana, so that you can get your back a little bit on the wheel. So sometimes that helps. You have to, so if your back is if your back is not on a wheel, just push your wheel further away and then your back will come down. Okay. All right. It's somewhat dependent on your height. I'm not very tall, so it's easy for me to get on the wheel a little bit. That's it. There you go. That's it. Beautiful, Georgia. Just keep one hand on the wheel inside and one hand on the ground so as you're coming down on the wheel so it's easier. Okay, otherwise if you're trying to do both hands, yeah, it's a little bit easier so you can guide yourself down. Just like that. That's it. Okay. So now we're going to do something similar, Kapotasana. Okay. So open up your feet Your wheel starts just behind your thighs. And from here, you can start by just using one hand like the Dharma does. And bring your hand down like that. And see if you can get the control coming down like that. Okay, so your wheel's against your seat. Eventually you'll be able to come down with both hands. You can grip the edge of the mat if you're not too flexible with your shoulders. Eventually you might be able to bring your hands on the ground and walk your way towards your feet. So as you're trying to bring the hands closer to the feet, you might need to adjust the position of the wheel. You might need to move your wheel a little bit further in against your backs to your knees. Eventually you'll be able to take hold of your wheel. And then this is how you guide your hands closer and closer. You can hold on to the wheel or you can hold on to your feet, whichever one you want. Okay. Tu aimes cet étirement, Georgia? C'est ça. Good. That's it. Yeah, use your hands to guide you. Good. If you want to get closer and closer, like tighten it up a little bit, you'd have to move your wheel closer to your knees, further in so that you can get your feet close. Yeah, that's it. That's it. C'est ça, Georgia. Bravo. Okay, break the pose, come out. There's a few really pretty back bends that we can do with this one. Okay, at the wheel, there is also there's also the swan pose, you know what Dharma does? So from here, you place the wheel just on the thigh, you bend a leg up. You have to kind of move your hand onto the foot. Like that. So the wheel's pushing against the side of the body. And your arm is a little bit behind the wheel, it's not on the wheel. So then you can reach. So get a nice stretch this way. This one takes a little bit. That's it, good. So your wheel's like your arm's not on the wheel, it's just like pressing against the wheel so that it's not obstructing. So that's it, Mariana. That's it. It's a little bit of an effort to try to get your foot into like, yeah, that's it. Keep almost there, almost there, almost there. You got it. Got it. There you go. Okay. Now, that's it. Sometimes takes a little bit of while to just try to get the wheel in the right place so you can find the foot. There you go. C'est ça, Francesca, c'est beau. Yeah, just kind of wiggle your hands until your hand is kind of free. Let me see. You have to bring the wheel right pretty much underneath your armpit, okay? So right against the side of the body, so your hand is free, not on the foot. And then from here, you turn your palm up, arm a little bit in front of your head. It makes it a little bit easier to find. That would be graceful, but anyways, there you go. Try it on the other side. So sink your seat right down. Bring the wheel right into the side body. There you go. That's it. It's definitely a bit of a reach, like your fingers are barely, but you got it, okay? So there's another one, another variation. This one's a little bit, it's got another challenge because you have to find a balance. Okay, so this one, you start off with your hip on the wheel. So reach down with your right hand, bring a foot up. Slide your hand in place. Hook your hand in front of your head. Tuck your chin in. You're in this one. Okay, so your hip, your wheel is kind of wedged right, sort of like along the bikini line. And then you bring one hand on the ground and bring one foot up. Slide your foot right into the crook of the arm. Take your bind first, and then turn your hand away. If you want to hold the wheel in place with the block, again, this might be a good one to start because it tends to slide. This one's tricky. That's it. Bring the wheel a little bit closer, right? It's like wedged right here. Like the wheel is like right in this area, so not too far back. That's it. That's it, Helen. Voila. Beautiful. That's it. Oh, beautiful, Georgia. Nice. That one's fun if you can find a balance. It's a good challenge, this one. That's it. Bring the foot a little bit in front, Francesca, so that in front of the body. If it's behind you, it's going to be very hard to like find the bind. Okay. All right. Make sure you try it on both sides. Bring the wheel a little bit closer to Mariana, so it's underneath, like it's a little bit. It's you want to have the wheel like more here, like bring it in closer to the root of the body, so not towards the knee, towards like the hip. Yeah, yeah. Bring your right hand to the inside of the knee. It also helps if you have one, yeah, to the inside, even like the inside, like this, as you're taking the wheel, like your right hand's here as you're trying to take your other foot up. That's it. Hold the wheel in place with the block. You can place a block, hold the block wheel in place so it doesn't roll. That's it. Good, nice variation, Helen. Beautiful. Okay. All right, ready to move on to something else? This one, let's see, vocals. Okay, so there's an interesting, okay, so we'll start with this one. Start with your feet hooked inside the wheels. Lift up like that. If you want, you can even, there's a variation to this. You can push the base of toes into the wheel like this. Extend back and even pull on the wheel so you can get your feet down. So it's sort of like a Shalabhasana. So you can do this, or you can really pull on the wheel, get a bit of rolling momentum so you can get your feet all the way down, your thighs on the ground. So if you're trying to get your legs on the ground, the base of the toe, press the toes and the inside of the wheel, like this part of the foot, okay? So your feet are not pointed, your toes are like this on the inside of the wheel. This will allow you to get your legs back. That's it, Georgia, keep going. That's it. Extend your legs, push your feet towards the ground. Essayez de mettre les pieds complètement sur la terre. C'est ça. Continuez, continuez. C'est ça. Étirez. C'est beau. That's it. That's it, Helen. Just like that. Okay, so you have to kind of roll a little bit in order to get your legs all the way down to the ground. That's the idea. Okay, so you bring the toes inside the wall like this. And then from here, you come up into your bow pose. You go a little bit, roll forward. And then you keep on stretching your legs and your arms back. And your feet will eventually come down. Okay. If you don't like that one, there is other things. There is to get to King Cobra. You place your hands in front and you just slide back. You push the wheel against your belly, and from here, this wheel holds you in place so you can get your toes up to your head. So you're pushing the wheel against your body like this. Okay, pressing. So just roll back. Very close, Mariana. There you go. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. You have to bring the wheel a little bit closer. So just really, you have to get almost like the wheel like in this area here, like underneath your cage. Okay, so you can even do this against the wall if you like. I'm not sure if that helps, but sometimes you can bring your shins against the wall. But yeah, just tilt your head back a little bit more. You're so close. You're so close. Just use your hands to pull your wheel towards you. Push into the wheel and just let your, okay? You are very, very, very close. Okay. That's it. Okay, so there is also a variation of this, Shalabhasana. Is it Shalabhasana? Yeah. So you start on the wheel, you roll forward, equally edge of the wheel, and then you push the wheel towards you. So you might have to Push wheel a little bit closer in. Hold, press into the shoulders. That's it. Essaie de rapprocher la roue un petit peu, Francesca. That's it, Georgia. Beautiful. C'est ça. Beautiful. When I start, the wheel is roughly like the center of the wheel, the middle of the wheel is roughly at the center of the chest. So then when you roll like so it's a little bit easier to get into it. So you start there, you bring your chin down until you can place your chin down and then the hands on the wheel. And then when you have the wheel high enough so like it pushes you a little bit deeper into the pose. If it's way far away from you, it's not going to help you very much. So if the wheel is kind of more towards your hips, it's going to be hard to get your feet down. Because you have to bring your wheel right close, higher up on your body, close to your chest. See Georgia there with her wheel where it is? It's like right near her chest. Beautiful. Okay. So if it's further down, like towards your hips, then it's going to be hard to get your body up high enough. So you start with just like that's it. This one's an interesting one too. If you have open shoulders, you already have like if you take the the upper the variation with your arms like this. If you can do this goal pose like this, then here's one that you can try as well with using the wheel. So you bring the wheel onto your back. And then you come up. You take hold of your feet. Make sure you have the shoulders to do this, okay? And then you bring your heel onto the wheel and the other heel on the wheel. This is a nice, a pretty variation as well. The wheel sitting inside of you, inside of your body. So it's like a donut. Yeah, take one foot first and then the other one. And see if you can get one heel on the wheel. That's it. Thank you, Helen. Good. Essaie de mettre le talon complètement sur la roue, Georgia. You have to kind of bring the feet closer together so that one heel can come on the wheel. And once one heel's on the wheel, it's easier to get the other one on the wheel. That's it, Francesca. Good. Good. And then you can touch your toes you can bring your toes right to your head. that's it. Take one arm to come into your come up with one arm first. And then the other. Okay, so just like you normally do the bow pose, but it's just so you have a wheel on your back. So don't worry about the wheel, getting your feet on the wheel just at first. Just try to come up into the pose. Do your wheels on the back, so come up like you normally would, one arm in front, one wheel up. Once you have that foot, the other foot comes up. Whoops, you come up to the back. So take one foot up, and then the other foot. And then you just gotta feel your way until one heel's on the wheel, and then the other one. And then that's when you pull on the feet. Okay. That's it. Just be careful of your shoulders. Okay, not going. All right, let's leave the back bend so we're running out of time anyways. Let's do some forward bends and some twists, okay? So let's come with your legs on the wheel. Paschimottanasana. Place your heels on the wheel. Bring your body forward. You can take hold of the heels or you can take hold of the edge of the wheel. And bring your body onto your legs. Imagine trying to get your chest behind your knees. Any variation you like. More flexible, hold the bar end of the wheel and bring your face against your shins. And from here, you can open up your feet, diamond pose, or start Tadasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Again, take hold of the other edge of the wheel. Bring your forehead behind your heels, or take hold of the feet. So again, according to your flexibility, you can take hold of your feet, or bring your forehead onto your feet. More flexible, bring your head inside, just behind your heels, and reach for the other edge of the wheel. Use backs of the upper arms to just open up, press into your inner shins and open up your knees. Allow your knees to fall away from one another. That's it. And then coming back up. Bring your heels on the wheel, Purvottanasana. Hands behind, lift your hips, point the toes. Good. You want to raise one leg up. Bring the leg back down. And the leg goes up. And down. And then bring your seat back down. From here, bring your legs through the wheel, cross your left leg over the right. Actually, sorry, right leg over the left. And take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh. The right hand can either come behind the back or see if you can find the wheel. And you can even use your right and left hand to guide your hands all the way through the wheel, to the inside edge of the wheel. And use your left hand to just pull, push the wheel back behind you towards the left. And switch your legs around, go to the other side. Left leg crosses over the right, right arm in front of the wheel, and then left arm goes behind the back. See if you can find, make your hand to the inside edge of the wheel, and then see if you can scoot your hand all the way through to the far end. You can use your right arm to just keep pushing the wheel back further behind you towards the right. And then break the pose, lie down on the back, Shavasana. If you want, you can use the wheel to just rest it on your belly to give a little bit of weight there, heaviness, or you can slip your head inside the wheel. So you're looking at the inside of the wheel on the upper edge. And just allow your body to just relax. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Feel like the best is coming into the body. And whatever is coming in, send it right to the spiritual heart, where God resides, who is equally present in all forms. And imagine, therefore, that whatever you're sending to God goes out to all beings everywhere. Inhale, it all comes into spiritual heart as an offering. Exhale, it goes, the offering extends to all beings. Send it out everywhere. Make your way back to seat position now. Moving gracefully, quietly.
and ready to project your love to all beings everywhere. Doesn't stop when you come off the mat. As always, continue to observe compassion, the ethical rules, and everything you do, say, and think. One thing about this practice, remember, is that expectations, try not to get too attached to the results. Expectations are a form of mental attachment that ultimately brings the mind to a state of restlessness and desiring. But remember, it is mind desiring, not the true self. The true self, always unaffected, always unbothered. Stay as a witness. So let's close by chanting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You're receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. So nice practicing with all of you. I'm just going to turn on the camera. So,